Hey everybody, we are about to head to Cape Girardeau, Missouri, which is approximately a 2-hour drive from here. There's a post on Facebook for a Nintendo 64 console, 2 controllers, like 10 memory cards, 4 transfer packs, and 37 games for $250. And then he also said he had an OLED Switch with 2 games and a Switch Lite, and he wanted $400 for everything. To be honest, the conversation with him in Messenger, it seemed a little bit weird, kind of sketchy. It almost seems too good to be true, and it might be. But taking a 3-hour round trip drive to possibly make, $700, $800, I'm not sure what it's going to be in the end. I'll take the chance, and obviously I'm going to be safe. We're going to meet in a public place. I just hope he shows up and he's got what he's talking about and none of it is fake. We will see. Hopefully I don't get scammed, but sometimes this is how you find the deals. So let's get going. We should get there probably around 7:30 my time, so wouldn't get home till around 10, but let's do it and see what we can get. And the reason I say that I might be getting scammed is I've been doing this for a few years, and you slowly kind of pick up on what stuff just doesn't seem right, or I don't know how to describe it, but just seems off. And so this does, but I think I'm going to take the chance because in a previous video I talked about a Pyrex lot, like 120 pieces for $300, and I didn't want to Venmo the person $100 as a down payment to pick it up because their conversation just seemed weird too. They kept calling me like hun and using, I don't know, just and they sent the address in a weird format. Like they put the city between the address number and the street, so it just didn't make sense. But in the end, I actually think it was legit, and they sold it all for $300, and I missed out on it. That's completely on me. I didn't want to take the risk, but I should have taken the $100 risk there for potentially, it seemed like $1,500 to $2,000 profit, possibly. So that's on me. I'm probably going to make the wrong decision and make a mistake here and go down there and not get anything. But let's see what happens. Let's go on the trip. All right, so we just got to Cape Girardeau and we are waiting in the grocery store parking lot. It is a Ruler Foods, and we will see if he shows up and brings the games and stuff that he said that he would. I hope he does, and I hope we don't. All right, guys, so he did show up, and the transaction went way easier than I thought it was going to, just because I was a little bit nervous. I'm going to just pull out one game from the box as like a little teaser, and then once I'm home tomorrow, because it's going to be late, I'll show you everything I got for $400, and we'll see what it's worth with eBay comps. Okay, so here's the box, and we're just gonna pull out one game and see what we get. Oh, we got Mario Kart 64, so that's a good one to pull out. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so we are back, and we're gonna go through everything I got yesterday at the buy in Cape Girardeau. I did want to talk a little bit about why I was a little concerned about the deal, go into a little bit more detail, and we'll do some of that as we go through the stuff, but there's a couple things up front that I just wanted to talk about. So I had noticed, when he sent me the pictures of the 2 Switches and then the N64 stuff, they all had a different background. So like the N64 looked like it had a marble background, and then there were 2 different tables for each Switch. And in my experience, people who are stealing other people's images will have different backgrounds on their stuff. Like, it's obviously entirely possible that they just took the pictures with different backgrounds, but you don't typically see that. So that was the first kind of red flag. The next was that his profile was really bare, and it was made in 2023. Again, it doesn't mean that he's out to scam anybody. He could have literally just made his profile, but another kind of yellow red flag there. And then I looked at his old listings. So I didn't really know you could do this, but you can see his old Facebook listings. And he only had one other one. It was a PS4, and it was sold, but it was listed in a city in Illinois
probably about 3 hours from where I was buying this stuff. So again, all just coincidences, I guess, because it worked out. But that was kind of strange. He might have been there for work. Maybe his family lives there, whatever. So, and then the next thing is that once he got there, it was a different person than the Facebook profile. And again, that's not crazy because people do use fake profiles on Marketplace just because they don't want to be public or whatever. And so that's fine. But again, something just seemed off. And so those are kind of the four things that led me to believe that this could be a strange deal or something not sitting right. But everything worked out. And then there is one other thing that we'll talk about with the switch. So I'm going to flash up a picture when I get to the switches that he sent me, and he said it was an OLED switch. But then he said during our conversations on Messenger that, oh, the switch that I'm going to give you is like a little different. It has different Joy-Cons, a different controller, things like that. So I don't know if it was his image or what that he had posted on Facebook, but it's not an OLED switch. Because I took a quick look at everything when I picked it up, obviously. It's an Animal Crossing switch with different Joy-Cons. And so, I mean, there was definitely some weird inconsistencies with everything that was going on with the story. So I feel okay about my reselling, I guess I'd say, instincts and Facebook instincts as far as something was just not sitting right. But we got everything. I have not opened any cartridges to see if they're authentic, but based on looking at them, they appear to be. I don't think there's anything weird there. But again, those are just a few of the things that just made this deal seem a little bit odd, but everything worked out. So let's go through everything.
All right, so we've got the box of stuff here. Let's go through it. We'll start with the N64 games because they're on top. So up first, we have Nuclear Strike. And you will notice these all have initials on them and then some used stickers. So the cartridges aren't in the best shape. They're not all written on the label, so I should be able to get them off, clean them off a little bit. But first game, Nuclear Strike. Next game, Pokemon Puzzle League. So again, you'll see writing over here. And I think AB is written on every single thing in this lot. So, but shouldn't take too much to get it off. But Pokemon Puzzle League. Rugrats Scavenger Hunt. Army Men Sarge's Heroes. I think there's a green cartridge of this too, and a gray one. We've got the gray. This is carved into the cartridge, and then obviously a lot of damage here, so that'll bring the value down a little bit. But next we've got Blast Core. We've got NFL Quarterback Club 2000. This is pretty much worth nothing, so that'll be bundled with the console. Mario Kart 64. This is the one that we pulled out last night. World Is Not Enough. I think there's a blue cartridge for this too, but here's the gray one. Diddy Kong Racing. Someone decided to write the name of the game on the top in permanent marker. Namco Museum. Somebody wrote marker everywhere on here. So some of these might not come perfectly clean. And again, if you use like Magic Eraser and you scrub them too hard, it's gonna leave. It'll make them look dull. So, all right, it'll leave a mark. And so I'm not gonna do that too much. Fighter Destiny 2, I've actually never seen this before. Curious how much it's worth. Since I've never seen it, I feel like it could be decent. But again, I don't know. All right, so I went ahead and shut the garage door. That's why we paused here. There were some birds making noise. I'm sure you can hear them in the video, but they weren't too bad, but just didn't want to have everybody have to listen to that. Next, we've got Rampage 2. I think this one's decent. Pokemon Snap. Wave Race. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Zelda Ocarina of Time. Again, this label is pretty rough. Cartridge got scratching. So all these will be, you know, the comps that I'll put up here. They're probably going to be better looking cartridges, so you might have to take
you know, depending on the value, $1 or $2 off because these are a little bit rougher. But we'll see. Hey You Pikachu. I don't think this is too valuable. Seems like it would be, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Top Gear Rally 2. Got Blockbuster stickers are all over this one. Please remember to rewind. Interesting. All right, Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers. I've picked this up like 3 times in the last couple weeks, so interesting. And it's actually a decent game. 25 bucks or so. We've got Gex. Some stuff stuck to it. Not in the best condition. Mickey's Speedway USA. So I tested this one recently. I think it's just like Mario Kart but Disney characters. So kind of different. Super Smash Bros. One of the better games in here. Powerpuff Girls Chemical Extraction. Asteroid 64. Hyper. Might have said that in the wrong order, but the back label is looking terrible. Rampage World Tour. So we have Rampage 1 and 2. All right, best game here. We've got Zelda Majora's Mask with the holographic cover, stickers, another sticker on the back. I'm not sure, by the way, what I'm gonna do with the stickers on these cartridges. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can get them off and make them look a lot nicer. Whether I want to do that for $1 or $2 per cartridge, probably. Maybe a little bit more on this one because this is more valuable, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that because that would probably take an hour or more worth of work to get all this clean and looking good on all these. So, all right, Midway's Greatest Arcade Hits. Twisted Edge Snowboarding. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Turok Dinosaur Hunter. I don't understand, like, who put all these stickers on here? I guess a store, but like, why put 3 of them? I'm not sure. Seems excessive. All right, Clay Fighter 63 and a third. This is a decent one too. Too bad it's not the Blockbuster edition. Donkey Kong 64. Pilot Wings 64. Kind of wet. Hopefully that's my sweat and not something else, because it is kind of hot in here now. Resident Evil 2. Pokemon Stadium. Wow, the back label is brutal, and the top, it's almost like somebody cut that with a razor knife or something. It looks clean. Monster Truck Madness 64. And Yoshi's Story. So that should be it. 37 games. Some pretty good ones in there, some decent ones. That's it for the 64 games. So let me unstack these because I don't want them to fall over, and then we'll be back. All right, they are unstacked and not gonna fall over. Well, hopefully. Okay, so let's move on to what's in here next. So we've got an HDMI. This looks like it came from the Switch. Well, maybe it didn't come with it, but HDMI that goes with the Switch. All right, this is where it's gonna get a little bit weird. So we've got the Animal Crossing Joy-Cons. I mean, not Joy-Cons, the wrist straps. I'm actually not really sure what they're called, but Animal Crossing here. Let's get some more of this packing out of here. He packed this up all nice, so I appreciate that. All right, and while we're talking about the Switch, we've got what he said was an OLED Switch. This is not an OLED Switch that I'm aware. This is just the Animal Crossing edition. And it is in good condition. Like, the screen looks actually very nice here, so I'm happy with that. So Switch console only. I looked when I was there. There is no SD card in it. Not a huge deal, but then we've got the Animal Crossing dock. It looks like it's got some permanent marker on it. Should be able to get that off. And it's missing the back, like, cover. Not a huge deal, though. All right. Then we've got the Joy-Cons. So this looks like the Fortnite Joy-Cons. This middle section is kind of scratched up. The Joy-Cons look pretty decent, so not too bad. But no Animal Crossing Joy-Cons in here as far as I'm aware. I didn't dig to the bottom of the box. So I'm going to have to sell the Animal Crossing Switch with the Fortnite Joy-Cons because I don't have any to replace it out with. So a little strange, but whatever. Then we've got the Switch Lite. There is a little crack here. However, I believe there's a screen protector on this. So hopefully that's just the screen protector. I might try and take that off and see how it looks. Otherwise, it looks in pretty good condition. I mean, there's some, needs to be cleaned up, obviously, but it appears to be pretty decent here. So, Switch Lite, blue. And I turned them on while I was there, but obviously I didn't like thoroughly test them. So I will test everything, and then we'll come back and, you know, talk about if everything works. So then we've got the Switch case. This is nothing special. Got the charger. And I forgot this was in here. We've got a Pro controller, so that's awesome. Looks to be in pretty good shape. Kind of like a little greasy. It's kind of gross getting this stuff, so I'll have to clean everything up. All right. I think there's, oh crap. I think I just threw the Switch games on the ground. Let me go grab them. I did. They were wrapped in the paper. So we've got RBI 20 baseball. I don't think anything special. Then we've got Animal Crossing. So what I remember, Animal Crossing is like a more valuable common Switch game, I guess I'd say. I think this thing at least recently used to go for like 50 bucks. So hopefully it's around the same still. Okay, I think that's it for the Switch stuff. So we're gonna move the box down a little bit and pull out the rest of the 64 stuff. So we've got a yellow 64 controller. This joystick is nice, excellent condition. So awesome there. We've got the gray joystick, pretty good actually. A little bit worse, but honestly, out of all the 64 controllers I've had, really good. All right, and then there's a ton of extras here. So there are 4, I think, Tremor Pack Plus memory cards. I think that's what these are. Oh, wait, they're not plus memory card, but you can put that in there, I believe. I've never seen one of these before. So here's another one, one more, and one more. So we got 4 of those. We've got the, I think this is the Let's Go Pikachu VRU, I think. And then this is the mic for that. So that'll be good if that works, because that'll go with the game and make the game a little bit more valuable on eBay. So hopefully that all works. Then we've got, I think, 3 or 4 transfer packs. So there was 1, here's 2. All right, just 2. So 2 transfer packs. And then memory cards. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 256K, and 8. Again, 256K. These little ones are probably worth basically nothing. I might lot them up, but we'll see. All right, then we've got the AV cable, which is good because I don't have any extras for 64. And the power cable, it looks a little chewed up here. Not chewed up, but something happened. Not too bad. Probably should work, and I'll probably just be able to maybe put some electrical tape on that. All right, then we've got the 64. Let's see. So based on the games, there's DK64 in here. I'm going to guess there's an expansion pack in here. Let's hope so. All right. Bonus. All right, let's go. That doesn't look terrible. There are some scratches, but looking pretty good. So that's everything. let me test everything. We'll come back and talk about, total potential profit. But this was an awesome buy. Again, I was a little sketched out, but everything worked out. So I'm happy about that. So I will see you guys after I test everything and clean it up.
We have tested everything from the 64 and switch lot, and everything appears to be working. I did have to clean the contacts on a lot of the cartridges, so it took a little bit longer than I was hoping, but that's okay. The switch light did have a screen protector on it, so I was able to get that off, and the screen looks perfect, so that is excellent. I thought it had a cracked screen, but that's awesome. I flashed up eBay solds during the video. I'm just going to total it up on the screen and say what I spent and how much I'm probably going to list it for. And then obviously profit would be whatever I'm going to list it for, probably like 80% of that, because you got to take out fees and shipping, and then minus my initial cost of $400. So I'll put that on the screen. Excellent buy so far. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm really happy that everything worked. Everything is authentic. And yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to sell everything. I might part it out as far as the Switch, since it doesn't all match. Like I might do the Switch console only on eBay, and then try and sell the Joy-Cons on Facebook, just because I don't like selling those on eBay, because they might have like stick drift, and I don't know, those things are always having stick drift or something, so I'd rather not do that. Switch Lite, I'm not sure yet. Maybe Facebook for $100, but either way, awesome pickup. And I just made another buy today. It was a lot of Mega Man stuff, so if you're a Mega Man fan, look out for the next video that should be out in a few days. Not a huge buy, but a decent amount of stuff, and some cool stuff from like Japan, where he's referred to as Rockman. But I appreciate you watching. Thanks again, and I will see you on the next video.